talent.
And they're looking at yourself. You have been a player. I don't know if you're retired, you've not made that official. Probably that's, that's something that we'll discuss in another setting. But then again, for you, where were you spotted?
I was spotted playing the Super 8 Extreme Tournament. Right now it's called the SportPesa Super 8 Tournament. Right. And playing the finals at Nyayo Stadium. It was actually the first time I was playing in a stadium in Nairobi. And that's where I was spotted. And immediately I was put in the ranks of Mathare United. And that's where I came up from there. I made my name there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Kamau, I know it's just been about 4 days in office. But then again, have you probably had time to suggest devolving football to the new FKF president, Nick Mwendwa?
Yeah, definitely. When we decided to support him, we asked him what his manifesto was, and one of the agendas he had was devolving football. So he told us he's going to work with us as branches. So we are going to form what we would call the governing council, where major decisions will be made in annual general meetings, special general meetings, where policies will be made. So yes, Nick Mwendwa, as far as I know, supports devolution of football. He supports devolving equipment, devolving training, devolving even all the aspects of the game, let me say. So yes, I know Nick and his team supports devolution.
And if someone probably asked you, really what does it mean to devolve football?
Devolution of football for me means, one, we have the right grounds at the grassroots in every ward or in every constituency. So we can have a standard FIFA pitch on the major centers. We have 8 major regions. We have Central Rift Valley and all those regions. So if we could have one major stadium in Central Rift Valley, and that is replicated in all the regions, that is devolution for me. Devolution also means we train coaches at the ward level, we train coaches at the sub-county level. I'm looking at a situation whereby, for instance, we can have a coach who is under payroll in every constituency, a qualified coach. And the job description of this coach will be to move in every ward over at a certain timeline and train other trainers. That way we are going to improve the technical aspect of the game, and we are going to take football to the grassroots. Devolution also means what we saw our new FKF president doing with the deputy president, unveiling a program whereby 5 balls will be presented to every school across Kenya. That is devolution, because we are going right to the grassroots. Devolution would also mean we train referees. We have trained referees at the ward level. And the challenge here is the policy issue now is the constitution as it stands recognizes offices from the sub-branch level. So there is a challenge whereby at the constituency level, can we empower those officials so that they can get even the resources from government? We have county governments, we have CDF. So can we have our people there accessing these funds so that we can improve the technical aspects of the game?
And speaking of the counties, yeah. I know counties have sports budgets because each and every county has a sports minister.
Yeah.
Is there any budget for the different sports in the counties, like where you have the FKF branch, Kiambu County, probably getting this amount, volleyball, netball? How does it work with the with the counties?
I'll talk about football. Where I come from, Kiambu, I have to thank the sports minister, Mr. Michel Waikenda, because last year he gave us money for football. We gave 480,000 per constituency. And that was massive. We have 12 constituencies. For a start, that was massive. There is an ongoing tournament that had been halted because of the football elections, whereby, again, they have what they are calling Kiambu County Champions Cup, fully funded by the county government of Kiambu. But I feel enough is not being done. I feel the previous federation did not really care about sponsorships. And again, issues of transparency were coming up. So I would challenge my president and the officials that were elected recently to have transparency and accountability should be the buzzword, so that the corporate world can trust us, so that the county governments can trust us. So yes, some county governments are channeling money to sports, specifically football. I can speak for Kiambu. And recently I think we had a tournament, inter-county tournament in Kware. So yes. So the county governments are funding that, and I would request our governors and even our members of county assemblies to channel some money and come up with proper guidelines. And
probably back to matters, Football Welfare Association, the previous office, you of course encountered some resistance. But before we move on to what you probably really expect from the new office, what were the challenges that you encountered while working under the previous office?
Okay, you'll get that if we wrote a letter to the previous federation, like you will hardly get any response and any help whatsoever. You were just being given empty promises. But on the new federation, the team change, Nick and his team, he promised that the players' welfare will be top of his agenda. And next week, we hope that we can even get a meeting with him together with my team, the other officials of KEFWA. We are around 15 guys. And I hope we'll come up with proper guidelines of how we want to strategically give our services to the players the whole of this year, up until, not the whole of this year, the whole 4 years, the 4 years he'll be in charge.
And by the way, who qualifies to be a member of the Welfare Association?
Okay, as long as you're a player who's contracted, you're a member of the association. Yeah.
Nationwide?
As long as you're contracted to any other team, any team in Kenya, you're a member of KEFWA by default.
And what are the main probably issues that KEFWA has had to deal with from players? What issues come to you?
Okay, the players, okay, I can say this confidently, the players are kind of cowardly, and they don't want to come out and express because of a fear of I think they will be targeted as inciters or something like that. They fear. I always, week in, week out, I always tell players to come to the office with any other issue they have, especially on contracts. Because players, I for myself, I signed a contract blindly, and it tied me for in a team for 6 years. And that is so wrong. I didn't have anyone to guide me through a contract. And these players, we tell them week in, week out that come to our offices. We have experts. We have a group of lawyers. We have former footballers who know about contracts and what they entail. Because you find a player is given a contract and he's not even reading. There's no even exit clause, and you just looking at the back page where there's money, the amount of money that you're going to get, of which that is very wrong. You're not even checking if it's the gross or net salary. You see, so those are the kind of challenges the players and us we have, and they fear coming to us. I don't know why, and we're not paying. We're not asking them for any money. It's free of charge. Our services are free of charge, at least for now.
Well, clearly, there's work to be done,
yes.
And time is not on our side. I know, yeah, time runs really fast when you're having such a discussion. But Mr. Kamau, coming from a region that, of course, as we said, does not probably have a renowned team, what do you do? What are your roles as the SG for Abadeers?
Well, the fact that there is no Premier League club from Central Region doesn't mean there is no football. Actually, we have one of the best run regional leagues in the country, because we have what we call we have what we call the Central Region League that pits Abadeers and Mount Kenya, where we've promoted several teams over the years. Like last year, we have Kanjero United playing at the Super League. They came all the way from County League, Kiambu County League. Now they are playing at the Super League. We also have several teams at the Division 1 League. We have Butterfly, PCA Kikuyu, the team that I represent. So yes, we play football. We have so many teams. Like where I come from, Kikuyu, you would be surprised to hear that we have over 100 teams registered and playing in leagues. So yes, we have football, and our roles are, as I said, right now it will be registration in terms of we need to come up with policies. We'll go to governing councils, gang up with the NEC members, and then we look at our constitution. As you saw, we were participating in the elections. So the fact that we are participating to elect the NEC members and elect the president means we have the power to send them home. So we have those responsibilities during annual general meetings, but I would challenge my fellow colleagues, the officials that were elected at the branch level, let it not rest at that. Let us work, prepare petitions and take them to our president, who has an open door policy, that is Nick Mwendwa. Let us tell him what we expect at the grassroots. And at the same time, for instance, I could quickly suggest we could take football back to schools. Gone are the days where secondary school games were something to look forward to. Let's take football back to the secondary schools and the primary schools. When we nurture these talents at a young age, the Harambee Stars will perform. I'm looking at a situation now where we could have even one school identified as a talent academy per constituency, where the best footballers can be nurtured both technically and academically, so that we have footballers who've gone to school. As Motiso is saying, football is no longer the game for hooligans and people who are not learned. So we need to go back to the days where doctors, Dr. J.J. Masiga, were playing football and at the same time they were in university. So we have a lot to do at the grassroots. I'm insisting the grassroots because that's where we need to go.
All the very best, of course, as you push for devolution of football. And Innocent, all the very best as you fight for, of course, the players' issues. But before I say goodbye, it's Valentine's Day. What are your plans?
Actually, there are 2 matches I'm looking forward to.
A match?
Yes, there are 2 matches.
Are you taking someone?
There is FC Leopards versus Mathare United, as you can see here. It's Mathare United. And we hope FC can enjoy Valentine's Day against Mathare United. And
I love how you're trying to, to twist this Valentine's Day to be about football.
We also have Arsenal versus Leicester City. And we hope to give them a good Valentine's Day.
So you hope Leicester wins?
No.
Okay. Sorry. I didn't mean,
Arsenal wins.
Mr. Kamau, plans for Valentine's?
It's unfortunate that Arsenal are playing when it's Valentine's. So unfortunately, she won't have me until later in the evening after I watch Arsenal hopefully beat Leicester.
By the 5 top most sports proposal. And by the way, my guest, Innocent, says he has learned something.
No, not learning
what
something.
Is it?
I'm surprised that
Why?
you don't have clips of Kenyan.
But a study was done early this week that Kenyan men are so unromantic. Actually, that's the main reason as to why I had those clips on air.
There are 2 proposals
Okay.
here in Kenya that
about
happened some years back. Anima Akech, she was, the husband proposed to her in a Gor Mahia match inside Nyayo Stadium. That was romantic.
Then it was not captured.
It was supposed to.
Then Kenyans.
It was captured. You didn't do research back.
Okay, the second one.
The second one. There's a Nairobi Champions Cup. It was a tournament last year organized by the current FKF president Nick Mwendwa and the team. And at the Gala Awards, there's a goalkeeper from Terrasport, and he won the goalkeeper of the tournament. And when he was giving his speech, he just asked the MC to give him some time to give a speech. And inside the speech, he wanted to propose to the girlfriend. And she went there on stage and he went down on his knee and proposed.
You can't even believe it. Look at you.
No, I'm surprised that you don't have that clip.
I'm sorry that I overlooked that, but you know what, Innocent? Exactly. I promise you, I will want to capture your moment. Just in case you haven't proposed, I will capture your moment. Would you consider proposing at a match?
I don't know, maybe you'll be covering that match.
You have not answered my question. Would you consider proposing at a match?
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, I guess so.
Mr. Kamau, do you think Kenyan men have the courage to propose, in front of a huge crowd?
Well, I think they do. Actually, I'm seated here, I'm just thinking how my wedding will look like. I'm thinking of having footballers in uniform and yeah, so we have the courage.
Have you proposed yet?
Yes, I have.
Oh, all the very best. Happy Valentine's. Thank you very much for coming. It's been so much fun having you in studio. So for Mr. Kamau, Mutiso is a bit, I'm not so sure if he has, but for you, I hope you've learned, a few tricks that you could apply in your...
I will modify what I've learned and apply it.
Thank you very much. And of course, before we go, let's just have a look at some of the English Premier League matches lined up for this afternoon. Of course, we have Arsenal taking on Leicester City. And my director, for some reason, is hoping that Leicester gets to win that match. We have Aston Villa playing Liverpool. We then have Man City playing Tottenham. Those are some of the matches that will be played this afternoon. And that's how we end, sadly, this edition of Scoreline, the Valentine's Day edition. My name is Lynn Washira. Do keep it KTN News and be sure to join us again next Saturday and Sunday between 2 and 3 p.m. for another action-packed show.